everyone, and welcome to another episode of Disqualified. I am Trevin, joined as always by Caleb.
Hola.
And Zach, as always, is behind the camera.
We are here to talk about Friday Night Smackdown.
In one of the best crowds ever, London.
Yes, a very, very stacked show tonight. A lot has... So we got a whiteboard to write down topics that we're going to talk about, and this is the longest
Smackdown list.
Longest list in general that we've done.
Oh, yeah.
Like, this is almost reaching the bottom. But, yes, a lot happened. A lot that I'm just going to be transparent. I didn't catch a lot of it. I was busy doing stuff. I believe Trevor's also busy doing D&D.
Yeah.
We did catch some of the stuff. I just watched the contract signing before I came over here. I think the contract signing was amazing.
Yes.
Maybe took a little too long because it got cut out for the USA viewers.
feed. Yeah, but for you international Netflix viewers, or you people who use Netflix with a VPN, you caught the rest of it.
Yes, you're very smart. But let's just get into the show.
Yes.
We start with Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes basically having a little friend session.
Yeah. Cody initially comes out, then Randy comes out and basically cuts a promo saying, like, Cody, you have changed this business for the better. Like, you used to be a nobody back in your first run in WWE, then you left, and you changed the industry forever. And then you came back and changed it even more.
Yeah, and Randy basically says that after he's done with Cody, he's looking at that, or not Cody, Kevin.
Yeah.
Going after that title.
Yep, he's like, John Cena focusing on 17. I'm looking at 15. And I don't care who's holding the title for that. Mm-hmm. I'm hoping it's you so we can have a friendly bout, but...
Oh, it's not going to be friendly. Come on, Randy, you got to turn heel on Cody.
Yep, but... This little buddy moment gets interrupted by none other than the crybaby himself.
Drew McIntyre. That was a terrible accent, sorry.
Drew McIntyre.
There we go, that's somewhat better. Zach, you do it.
Yeah. My ancestors are going to eat you alive.
Probably.
You do it. Come on.
No.
Do it.
No.
You just busted out the ancestor pulling.
Yeah, now you have to do it.
No.
All right.
I'm throwing an egg at him when we punish Gordon.
Yeah, which is coming.
But, so Drew comes out, he starts talking a whole bunch of nonsense.
Yep. Basically, he drops the line of like, I'm starting to think Kevin might have had a point.
Mm-hmm.
Because you two are sappy idiots.
Yep. And pretty much to end the segment, Drew evades a RKO.
Yep, after Cody does his little jab, bump, punch.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that ends the segment. Later on, we will get a Randy v. Drew match.
Yep.
That is towards the end of the show. But right now, let's go to some WWE Tag Team title action.
Yep. For the tag team titles, your champions, the Street Profits, versus the Hometown Heroes, Pretty Deadly.
And the old tradition lives. You're not getting a victory in your hometown. Fuck you, boys.
Wasn't a squash match like we predicted, because Street Profits are technically still face, but this was still a pretty decent bout.
Oh, yeah, boy. These two cooked. I did catch this match. I was watching it in between breaks of pizza.
Yes.
But it was great. It was a very good match.
Both these teams pulled stuff out of their bag. Pretty Deadly did the classic. It's Elton who is on the back of the other one and gets bumped off for the code breaker.
So
yeah, but
I forget which is which.
Yeah, but Pretty Deadly not becoming your champs. People are still hoping they eventually get those titles, but today was not that day.
It ends with Montez Ford hitting a blockbuster on one of the members of Pretty Deadly when they're on Angelo Dawkins' shoulders for the
Yep.
1, 2, 3. And they are listed internally as faces, but the amount of boos that this reaction got, just because they thought Pretty Deadly was going to win.
Yeah, hometown hero.
I didn't think they were going to win. I think you're going to have the Street Profits be title holders maybe till SummerSlam.
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But this was not the only tag team match we had tonight, as right after...
Yeah, so we get the Secret Hervis consisting of Piper Niven and Alba Fire taking on KC Squared, Katana Chance, and Caden Carter.
They're back on our TVs.
Is that Caden Carter? Yeah, Caden Carter.
Yeah.
I had to make sure I got the name correct.
Yeah, they're back on our TVs.
Yeah, and they lost.
Yeah. Yeah, a brawl that, beatdown that ensues with the challenger for the U.S. title, Selena Vega, trying to come out to make a save and fails.
I don't know what they're doing with Zelina. Because if I'm watching this and I'm a casual fan, and I see Zelina get beat up every week, trying to make the saves and stuff, and then if she ends up winning the title, I'm gonna think she doesn't deserve it. Because what has she shown me that is championship material?
They're trying to tell the story that,
Of her being an underdog.
Yeah,
which is,
her being an
they've tried-
underdog and the numbers game not being in her favor, but it's like she just went for the save to try to make the numbers equal.
I'm sorry, but for every single story, you can't have the story be Zelina Vega is an underdog. We get it. We get it. She's an underdog. She's one of the tiniest women's competitors in the business. We get it. We fucking get it. Do something else with her, damn it.
Stop having her just be a stepping stool to elevate whatever title you want to elevate.
Or just be, hey, we're in Puerto Rico, so go challenge for the world title because you're from here. Like, shit, actually do something with her.
Yeah. But moving...
Or, an idea, send her down to NXT for some shine.
Yeah. Hey, NXT cooking, and it wouldn't be the first time you send people down there to elevate their resume.
Mm-hmm.
Like, look at Pete Dunne, Ivar.
Yeah, but now getting into the other side of the U.S. title
Yep.
picture, the
And,
men's side.
And probably the exact opposite size bracket of the stars we just talked about.
Definitely direct opposite size. LA Knight versus Braun Strowman for your United States Championship. LA Knight, of course, is your United States Champion.
Yep. And we ain't even got sugarcoated. It ends in no contest.
Yeah, this is going to be a triple threat match, I believe, at some point. And
Well,
at that...
In the promo, actually, that happened after the match, as Jacob Fatu was the one who interferes, that causes a no contest. Later, we see Solo and Tama Tonga approach him. They're a little upset that they didn't ring him for some potential help. But Jacob's like, I don't need your help, just like I didn't need your help last week, which you didn't ring me about interfering. And he's like, listen, I'm going to win that title, whether it's with your help or without your help.
And when he said without your help, he looked Solo dead in the eyes.
Yeah, I'll let you know if I need it. But the reason why I mentioned how this may or may not be a triple threat is because before Solo showed up, he hinted at a potential last man standing match against Braun Strowman.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to keep it a buck. Last man standing matches are boring as hell. It is... They try to do the boxing thing of you keep your opponent down for 10 seconds. Okay. Here's the thing in boxing, though. Sometimes you don't even get the full 10 count. Because sometimes they try to stand up and they just fall over. Like, that happens. That does not happen in WWE. In WWE, you have to watch, and I'm calling it right now. They're going to turn the table over on Braun Strowman, and that's going to keep him down. I'm calling it right now. The announce table is going over on Braun Strowman, and that's how they keep him down for the 10 count. Want to know why? They've done that with Big Show. They've done that with Mark Henry. They've done that with any fucking big man that's been in the last man standing match. You put some stuff on them, and they can't get up.
Yeah.
Oh no, I think my arm stopped working in the middle of this match.
Yeah. I don't know if that match is confirmed.
It's not confirmed, but
Yeah.
with him saying that, they're hinting at it. It's gonna happen. Why not do it in Chicago next week?
Yeah.
Set it up for Mania. Look, it's gonna be a boring match. Not the fact that the two people in there are boring. Strowman can still give what he can give with his worsening knees, and Jacob is great still. Like, he's amazing. I just think the stipulation's kind of ass.
Yeah, you're not a fan of...
We don't even like playing it in the video games because it just takes too long.
Yup.
Like, it's just gonna take a long time. It's a slog to get through the 10 seconds. But we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. But, some promo stuff now. Naomi had a little vignette talking about how she is done being the third wheel, and anyone who doesn't want to take her side better proceed with caution.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Which, after the vignette, we cut to Jade staring, basically side-eyeing the crap out of Nick Aldis and being like, "Where's Naomi?"
Yeah, also, if you want to pay attention to what they have been wearing, like we've said over the past few weeks, last week, Jade Cargill was in a white dress type thing with blood on it, and now she was in a variation of the Kill Bill outfit from, I think it was Volume 2. So, very, very cool. Yes, Zach, we can see the caution thing. That's why she said in the promo, proceed with caution.
Yeah.
You don't need to keep circulating it on the screen.
Also, Zach, I love you. Can you please get off scroller mode?
No.
But, so, before the match even breaks off, Michin and B-Fab are walking backstage. They cross paths with Jade, give her some props, and they walk out.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Naomi attacks both of them.
Yup. Attacks Michin and attacks B-Fab. Jade comes out to try to make the save, and Naomi dips.
Yeah, Naomi dips. She does not want any of that. Please just make it a Mania match already.
Yup, but B-Fab is no longer going to be at ringside for this match. But despite Michin getting some snot beat out of her, this match still happening as while B-Fab is getting escorted by Jade, Charlotte Flair starts making her entrance, and Flair and Jade Cargill stare each other down a little bit.
I think that's happening at Evolution.
Yeah. Which some people are saying that they don't like this tease because that points to Charlotte Flair probably winning another title. I'm holding off on that speculation.
No. Okay, look, at this point, Charlotte doesn't need another title reign. I think if she wins at Mania, it's a pointless match. Tiffany Stratton even does say it in the show.
Yeah.
Like, if she wins, Charlotte wins, and that's cool. I lost to Charlotte. If she loses,
she is taking a much bigger loss than Tiffy if she loses.
Yeah, so I think Charlotte winning is the wrong thing in the Mania match. I think you don't need the title to build Charlotte v. Cargill. Those are two names that don't need titles right now.
No.
To prove how big they are. I mean, granted, Cargill is newer to the company. She usually I mean, I don't want to say anything because injuries are injuries, but for the past couple of years, she's usually taken the first quarter. Well, not quarter, but like the first 2 months of the year off. You know, she just has to get out there, put more time into building her name for the WWE universe. But I think those are two names that you can build around without a title.
Yep. Yeah. And spoiler alert for our prediction video, I have Tiffy going over because
Oh yeah, same.
yeah, she's done a lot. Like her promo talking about like how this has been her rookie year and she's already a world champ.
Mm-hmm.
Her saying like Charlotte has everything to lose in this match, and also the little jab of Charlotte's ego is so fragile that she couldn't let the rookie get a word in last week during our interview.
Mm-hmm.
Is like, okay, you see, this is what we're talking about. Even if she's face, have her show that tweener / heel attitude a little bit.
It's not even that. I mean, just let her be an asshole. Like,
Yeah.
just let her be an asshole, dude. Like, that's what made the character work. I've never understood taking a character in a 180 direction. I have never understood it because it rarely ever pays off. The few times it pays off, you get John Cena. The times it doesn't pay off, you get Tiffany as a face.
You get The Rock.
No, no, because The Rock was the only time The Rock was truly, and I mean truly hated is when he debuted as Rocky Maivia. He literally got Die Rocky Die chance.
Yes. Because
That is the only time he's ever like been hated with a passion.
yeah, people didn't like the Never Baby aspect now. Back then, a lot of people still don't like it now, but it's gotten a little looser since people looking at the industry now realize nepotism feeds this industry.
I'm sorry, are people just not realizing this?
No, not now.
Vince took
but
the company over from his dad.
yeah,
And I don't mean like he gave it to him. I mean like he took it over from his dad.
yeah, he literally bought his dad out.
Yeah. Like this business. This whole thing is built on nepotism.
Yeah,
At least WWE's side.
yeah,
Because AEW, I mean, I can't really say anything. Granted, Tony does have his dad's money, but also that family's fucking rich. So
yeah,
it's like, hey,
yeah.
Tony, go ball out.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the other con with this industry, under the other con's umbrella, he has WWE, UFC. He just got Arabian boxing in his umbrella too.
Well, yeah. Also, but Khan is more WWE side. I think he might be on the TKO board, but I think he's more WWE side. But enough of that.
Yeah.
We
Up
move
next,
on.
a match we got for free?
Yeah, a match we got for free. It was Drew v. Randy Orton.
For free?
Yeah.
This is also technically your main event of the night, as the rest of the show is promo stuff.
No, we have one more match.
Oh, my
after
bad.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do have one more match.
I keep forgetting that cool matches happen and then not as cool matches happen later.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing. Like, this should have been the main event match, but they've booked it wrong. Just like AEW should have done Timeless Tony versus Mariah May instead of John Moxley and Cope for the main event.
Yeah,
But
it happens.
Drew and Orton, they cook go watch the highlights.
Yes.
And if you just want any more highlights from them, go watch their Hell in the Cell match a couple years ago when Drew was champion.
Yes. Basically, these two are going decently 50-50, but then Randy Orton gets that, just classic vibe of him hitting signature after signature, and it looks like he might, And it looks like he's got it, but then he sees something in the corner of his eye.
Yeah, while going for the RKO, he sees KO coming down.
Yup. And and his attitude shifts a little bit. He gets distracted, and he's like, wait a minute, I'm in the middle of a match. Turns around. Claymore for the
1, 2, 3. But after that, Drew pretty much gets out of there, and then we get Randy beating up on Kevin Owens.
Yup.
Almost hitting the punt.
Yep. Yeah, KO thought he had the upper hand, but Randy had that adrenaline in him.
That's gimmick infringement, brother. That's
Sorry.
his friend. That's his friend.
Sorry.
Don't make me get the gimmick police out here.
And then he was starting to hear those voices, went for the punt, and KO dips, and security swarms Randy. And I'm like, mate, where were you when Kevin was trying to hit the pile driver again? It's like, why is the punt such a problem?
You know what's funny? You know what's really funny? You said you don't want Randy to kick him to AEW. So, for the Hall of Fame, Lex Luger is getting inducted this year.
Yeah.
He wants Sting to induct him. So WWE's trying to work on that, trying to get some overtures. One of the ways they could do that is they could just do like, hey, we'll lend you him for one night, you lend us someone for one night. People were saying AJ Styles. Randy could very much kick him to AEW for one night. Randy very much could kick him to AEW for one night. We get, not even Kevin Owens, we get Kevin Steen coming out on AEW. Doing a match and then
one night only.
And then leaving. That might be the overture. But now we get into the match that he neglected. But first...
Yep. We have confirmation that next Friday,
Rey Fenix makes his WWE debut in Chicago, Illinois. I want to get tickets so bad. I want to get tickets so bad, and I might have the money to do it.
The rest of us don't.
Yeah. And I can't drive. Well, I can't drive. It's not that I can't. I don't have a license.
Yes.
So, now...
Legally you can't. Doesn't mean you have the mental capacity to.
Yeah. I can drive. I just can't. If that makes sense. But we get Big Jim versus The Miz to close out the wrestling portion of this show.
Yep.
And it was a match. But Big Jim won.
Yeah.
I was happy about that.
Yeah.
Keep him looking strong on his way
to on Monday
facing Gunther.
Yup. And potentially future title shot for him.
And let's just get to one last thing before we get to the main event.
Yup.
Drew McIntyre gets jumped by Damian Priest.
He's celebrating that he beat Randy Orton, inviting the entire crowd to the pub over an interview. He opens the door to leave and comes eye to eye with Damian Priest. And Damian Priest beats the snot out of the man.
And guess what? Real glass, brother.
Yup.
He went through a glass windshield. He actually did get glass in his eye. That is a reported thing. He got glass in his eye. So prayers. Hopefully he's doing good.
Yes.
And who just so happens to walk by his op's lifeless body?
CM Punk.
And what's CM Punk here to do again tonight?
He's here to sign a contract for triple threat at WrestleMania between him, Roman Reigns, who comes out first to sign the contract, and Seth Rollins, who comes out second. CM Punk enters last.
Yeah, so Roman comes out. He says his shtick of, hey, London, you're great fans, but it's time to acknowledge me.
Yep, sitting at the head of the table.
He said, I came here to do two things, and that was get acknowledged, check, and sign a contract. Check.
I have missed this Roman so much.
And he said, and now that my obligations are done, burn it down. Here comes, he is a visionary, a revolutionary.
Probably the most tame I've seen him dressed in a while.
He is Seth. Forget the frickin' Rollins.
Yep.
Yeah, he comes out and he says, look, we have tore this place down. He said, why are you so sour? You got to remember, we landed a helicopter on the roof of this place and then put Undertaker through that table.
Yep.
It was our mission 10 years ago to come in here, change this business for ourselves, for our vision, and we did that.
Yep.
And Roman retorts and says, we died long time ago.
Yes. And Seth retorts with, like, yes, there was a little bit of love, and there's been a lot more hate.
He said, we've fought each other, fought alongside each other, fought each other again.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of love, hate, love, and even more hate.
Yep.
And he says, but you failed to do the one thing. You let the biggest snake in this industry
Into the garden.
into the garden. And he said, you should have just let me kill him when I had the chance. Then Seth signs his portion of the contract. And then, you know, it's just common. As soon as he started to sign the contract, I said, and then, here comes CM Punk, as the Cultaholic lads call him, Charles Montgomery Punk. He comes down to the ring and he says, look, I'm here to do one thing. Or I'm here to do two things. Chew bubblegum and sign the contract.
Spits out his gum.
No, he says, I'm all fresh out of gum. I don't
Yeah.
recall him spitting him out.
He spits it out, because you see him chewing, and then you see him after the bubble gum come and spit it out on the mad sense. This is the last thing happening tonight.
But
They
here's,
can pick it up.
here's the thing. If I had a nickel for every time this week I've heard the phrase chew bubblegum and, I wouldn't have a lot, but I would have two. And it's just kind of weird that I've heard the phrase twice in 1 week.
Yep. And then, yeah. Punk takes a seat, and you see him scanning that contract.
He's just looking.
page by page.
Roma says, what you need to highlight or what you looking for? And he says, look,
We know
page
what-
4, clause 5.
Yep. And he's like, Heyman, explain.
And they get very emotional. It was a very cool part. Heyman gets down to Punk's level and he says, you are living your dream of all dreams. You are closing the show. You, CM Punk, are a WrestleMania main eventer.
And this pisses Seth Rollins
You can
off.
tell Seth kind of put the pieces together while Roman's telling Heyman to clue him in, because he is just like he realizes what's happening. He gets very pissed. He blames Paul. He blames Roman.
He crashes the F out.
Punk starts crying. He collects himself and he says, look, this is my dream. I will face you and you at Mania. Roman says, look, you should thank me instead of the universe. Chicago, London, Louisville, Kentucky, which Punk all called out as places he thanked.
Yep.
And then Punk does thank Roman. He thanks him. He also thanks the big dog.
Yeah.
Which gets Roman a little pissed.
Yeah. But yeah. And he's like, yeah. Seth basically is like, it was my goal to make sure you never got a main event. You have failed that, Seth. And he thanks him for main eventing, but
And then
then
Punk looks at him and he says,
but that's not the favor.
that's not the favor I'm owed. And it just
And
ends.
cut to black.
I think the favor is what you said.
Title.
I think he's getting added to that title match at Mania Night 2. He is going to be a double WrestleMania main eventer.
Yup. That will piss Seth the F off even more. If not only did he main event one night of WrestleMania, he main evented both nights.
Oh, what if Cody doesn't even get pinned? Seth stomps Punk. Cena hits the AA or the STF, and he beats CM Punk to become 17-time WWE champion.
Oh, that frick.
That's also how you lead Cody to get his title back. But that's it for this episode of SmackDown.
Yeah. For you USA viewers, sorry you got cut off.
Literally, it got cut off right as
Roman asked for acknowledgement and thanks.
yeah. But yeah, pretty decent episode. I'm gonna go through and rewatch everything just so I can see it.
Compared to last week's episode.
Way better. Way better.
Yup.
Oh my god, last week sucks.
Yeah.
We didn't even upload it
Yeah.
because we had so many issues.
Yeah, we had some technical difficulties and we were like, just scrap it. We have nothing positive to say about this episode.
We came in saying it was going to be short. It was another 40-minute long episode.
Yeah.
Because we spent 20 minutes trashing.
Yeah.
We then... Zach wasn't paying attention to the recording. The phone turned off. Lost the recording for a day.
Correction, it died.
The phone died. Wouldn't catch charge for hours. Finally got it back up. Video did not save. Came back here the next day. The video saved like it was just in the air here, just waiting for the phone to come back.
Yep, and we're like,
No. Done. I'm not even wasting my time.
Sorry for less content, but it would have been a slog for y'all to watch.
It just would have been nothing but trashing on the company.
We try to keep
40 minutes.
Yes, we try to keep positive here, unless something's blatantly apparent.
Mm-hmm.
And that episode was
bullshit
and
ass
that's
AI.
yes, and that episode was just us talking 40 minutes about blatantly apparent errors.
Think about this. That episode was bad. Then you know the next episode we got on WWE TV was AI bullshit.
Yeah.
Like legit, that was 2 back-to-back episodes of TV.
Yeah.
But that is it for us here at Disqualified. This has been Caleb, your main roster prediction champion, because I have not been saying that. Trevin, I've been joined by as always, and Zach is behind that camera. We will see you later on. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell 3 times so you know the match is over. And we will see you next time. Thank you for your time and peace.
Bye.